It's time for the 2026 season, Mario.
It is 2026 coming up. Blah, 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 blah. It is a 2026. 2026.
Hey everybody, we're back. Welcome to Casual FC, an Angel City match preview and footy therapy pod featuring two certified footy therapists. I'm your host, Angela Morales, with my amazing, wonderful, and ever funny co-host, Mario Salazar. We're back. It is officially the 2026 season. We've got a very fun special episode looking at the entirety of the NWSL field and giving you some highlights on off-season moves. Was it good? Was it bad? Who knows?
Yeah.
Mario doesn't.
I don't. As we just learned like a day or two ago with the announcement, was it an announcement or was it just like we were rehashing it in the Discord, but it was the whole NWSL2?
It was a lot. Yeah.
It was a lot.
There was like a pseudo announcement and then we all started talking about it again.
Yeah. And then I go through this and I'm like, wait, there's 3 leagues right now? And then I had to go through this whole thing of figuring out the pyramid again. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So we have 2 Division 1s. We have no Division 2, except there was one that was announced to be Division 2. Big old rabbit hole. Join the Discord if you want to see that kind of back and forth.
Or if you just back and let it happen the way I did, because I was like, I don't have the energy for this at this very moment. My work is on fire. Everything is crazy. It's pouring down rain.
Yeah, I also had to tell Angela to ignore a lot of my texts that were coming in hot and heavy because I had a small break in my crazy schedule to be like, hey, I can spend 2 seconds not thinking about work and I've thought about this, but now I'm gone in a spiral. Here you go. Let me brain dump. And then I got to go back to work.
Yeah, to put it, let me see. Oh no, that's an actual conversation that we were having back and forth. Never mind. I don't have any good like screenshots to be like, look at this and just scroll. That's actual conversation. But yeah, there's been a lot of
at some point
holes.
We did get to a conversation. So
and catching up to them because my work makes my brain feel like jello and I need a phone. I need to be on my phone every once in a while to not see a spreadsheet when I close my eye. Yeah, a lot has happened since our last like regular season playoff episodes. We had back passes. We had our first episode a couple weeks back, and I hope everybody liked it. We're gonna do a ton more. We're prepping for June and the month of nothing.
Yep.
Thanks to those guys that also play soccer. They did it.
The other event that we may or may not happen in certain cities around the U.S.
Who knows? But the biggest thing is that Trinity Rodman re-signed with the Washington Spirit, and because of her, we now have the Rodman rule, which is the high impact player that I think collectively everyone is confused, upset, and irritated by. Collectively, fans, players associations, it's just everybody's just like, there has to be a better way to do things. So can you give us a rundown, Permutation Primo, of what this means? The quick and dirty.
The quick and dirty. Whether or not you're familiar with bro soccer, there is a rule called the DP rule. It's the designated player. That one is actually easier to understand than the high impact player rule. But essentially, they're both rules that allow the teams to pay players above the salary cap and only have it partially affect their salary cap, and then the rest of it can be managed by other funds or whatever. Now, DP rule in men's, it's pretty straightforward. It's still kind of dumb, but up to the max salary, that hits your cap. Then the rest of it, you fund elsewhere, and that's pretty much it. There's not really any other restrictions on that. They've added a couple other, but they're not relevant to what we're talking about. Right now, the high impact rule Same idea where up to the max is applied to your team, and then the rest of it, you take care of it however you need to. Yet, they are the NWSL and their infinite lack of wisdom sometimes added a bunch of stipulations to what the high impact player means. And a lot of these stipulations really extremely limit the field of who you can pay to be this high impact player.
Like
This
who
high
qualifies?
but you know what? This is the TikTok or Instagram social media followers rule. It's how popular are you
Yeah.
along with how good are you to qualify to be able to pay you more. Where
Yeah,
there's
there's
plenty of
players.
there's plenty of players within the league that are starting to hit the cap, right? It's like working at a company and then you're starting to max out in your company. You're like, look, got to look for a new place that will end up paying me more. And what happens, as we saw last season with Alyssa Thompson, who's going to pay you more? Europe's going to pay you more right now. So you go that way. There are players in the NWSL that should qualify to get paid more, right? They have the skill, they have the soccer knowledge, they have everything teams need, and if teams need them, they'll pay them. There's players in Europe that also, and there's players in South America and Central. There's players everywhere that are those gems that you find that you're like, hey, you are awesome, you are good. Nobody else is like thinking about you right now, so we're gonna snatch you up and we're gonna make sure you get paid, right? All of that good stuff. Yet, all of those people would not qualify for this
Yeah.
because they're not in the running of, I think the Ballon d'Or is a metric, and it's like, how many people are actually in that running? And it's the same 8 every year. Like, not
Well,
to
not the
knock,
same, but like 4.
but not to knock them. They are that good.
Yeah.
That's why they're there. But it's also a very Eurocentric award. So there's just so many things wrong with this.
Yeah.
And
When you
honestly,
look at it and like Lynn Biandolo, the person who has scored the most goals ever in the league, who is still actively playing, she's just on maternity leave, wouldn't qualify for this rule.
this is so
Which makes
stupid.
no sense. Like Marta wouldn't qualify for this. There's so many big name players. You're like, huh? So maybe because it doesn't fully go into effect or something like that until like June or July. Like they're still working out the finite details, but it's real dumb. It's really frustrating.
The,
And I'm grateful that they found a way to keep Trin in the league, but there has to be a better way that doesn't just feel like a pretend band-aid, like a dollar store band-aid, not a band-aid brand band-aid.
like,
Like a
there
fall
is,
off.
like, it's going to fall off as soon as it gets wet.
Yeah.
Um, there, we've talked about this, and everybody like collectively was, one, this rule is dumb. Two, just increase your salary cap. Pay your players more. If you want to pay your players more, pay your players more. And look, you increase the salary cap, that means that teams have more money to use as they need. They might pay all their players more. They might keep the strategy that they have and find that one player that they want
Hmm.
to attract and be able to pay more. That's it. No restrictions. You've already gotten rid of the draft, right? Everybody's a free agent. Like, you're going in the right way. So NWSLPA definitely against this.
Oh,
They
they
do
were so
not.
mad.
They no. They and there's probably an ensuing legal battle about all of this because there's very much this is becoming a one-sided thing. Like, we're just going to implement, and it goes against a bunch of other rules.
We'll see where it takes us. And I'm sure it'll have 15 different names and be sorted out, and then it'll just quietly be implemented, and we'll never really know what happened.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Even the glad Trinity Rodman's here. Glad that wasn't another big name player that is leaving to Europe the way we've lost
You.
a lot of them over the years, right? We have Alyssa, we have Germa, we
Sam
have
Coffey just left,
Coffee.
but
So,
we're getting one back. We'll talk about that in a minute.
okay, but there's a reason why they're leaving, and they're leaving rightfully so to get their bag.
Yeah,
Pay
like you
them.
want to make 45 grand a year in a big market, or you want to make a million something because we don't even know because your salary is not disclosed somewhere else. That's cool.
Yeah. And just side note about the Rodman rule now. They had the announcement of her like signing at BMO Stadium,
Yeah, that was weird.
which
It's
was a
because
little
they were
weird
out here like for a
for
friendly,
training.
but you could have done it at Dominguez. You could have done it at the beach. I don't know, like why BMO?
Yeah.
It,
It's
it was just weird.
it's just
But
weird.
we're
And all the details about her deal, I don't believe have been disclosed. So because of the high impact player rule still not being in effect, but overall, you can tell here we are not fans of that rule. That rule is dumb. It needs to go the way of Unwell FC and just not exist anymore.
we'll see
But
what happens. If nothing else, I just hope that the qualifications expand because it really was like, how do we make this rule only apply to Trinity without making it feel like it only applies to Trinity? But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
it's time
I
for the
mean,
2026 season, Mario.
yep, the season is starting and we have some important dates we can go over. So the season
Yeah.
starts on March 13th, officially, that Friday. Angel City will be playing their first match on the 15th. So, yay, woo, home match, season opener. But
Do
other kind
yourself a
of,
favor if you can, since it's a Sunday, take Monday out or home.
yeah,
Don't go into public. Give yourself time to recover. Because that's what I did. I took Monday off. I was like, no. As
yep.
soon as I knew the opening weekend, I didn't care what day our game was. I was like, no.
And that doesn't mean that you got plastered. It doesn't mean
No.
it's just,
This
it's
means
hot
I'm
sometimes.
gonna be 40.
Yeah, that too. It's going to be hot. Maybe you forgot to drink water, overstimulated. There's lots of things going on. So, yeah, just do yourself a favor. Chill if you can. Enjoy the weekend the way it is. But yes, season starts March 13th. So we are now, I believe, under 20 days from
For a
kickoff
month at
now.
least. Yeah.
Yeah. So, other important dates that we have throughout the season, I'm just going to go through these really quickly because we'll probably talk about them as we get closer to them more in depth. But the transfer window is open currently and it goes through March 16th. Rosters do have to be in compliance before March 13th, the start of the season, right? There's 26 players, I believe, that you can
Hmm.
have in a roster. That does not mean you have to have all 26 players filled in. You can have, I believe, up to 22. So 22 to 26, you have to have that figured out by the start of the season. But you can still bring in people up through March 16th. So you can still have a couple of signings right after that. No matches all of June, which is why Back Passes is going to be your new favorite thing. And we're just going to
Yep.
bring more content for you.
There'll be long
It's
episodes, there'll be short episodes, there will be vignettes, there will be all sorts of things. We have
all,
so many things to talk about.
it's going to be audio, it's going to be visual, one or
PowerPoints.
the other, or both.
There's like a
PowerPoints.
legitimate PowerPoint being created at this moment
Nice.
for a specific episode that someone on YouTube requested. I'm not even gonna hint to it because Mario knows nothing about
I have purposely
this
not Googled
topic.
anything about this, so I'm
So
ready. I'm ready.
like Eva's, oh no, I'm making a PowerPoint. We're gonna show it. It is being masterfully created in the most ridiculous way because it is a ridiculous thing.
I love
So
it.
yeah, lots of back passes this summer. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of lore, a lot of memory lane, a lot of good things.
Yes. Yeah, I'm so down for it. I'm so excited. All right. So, yes, that is all of June. There are no matches. That is the World Cup plus there is a mandatory week off for the NWSL either way. So, basically, the entire month has nothing. Free agent window opens back in July 1st. And so does the secondary transfer window. It goes from July through September. We hit roster freeze in October. October 8th is the official roster freeze date, which means no more movement, no more anything. That's what you got all the way to the final. Decision, it was originally decision weekend, and I wrote it down as like the October 31st through the 1st, November 1st, and I wrote boo. And then when the schedule finally came out, I did rejoice because decision day is back, and it's actually better because it's literally on one day, literally at the
Mhm.
same time, which last year
For what
it
we
was like
want.
split in half, which was a little silly, but it's great. The one caveat about that though is that we don't know where the Angel City game's gonna be.
Yeah, that's fun. Our last
That's
home game or our last game is TBD. So it'll happen. Who knows? Honestly,
well,
it suck for so many people, but I like legit, I'm like, just do it at SoFi because then we can walk.
yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But right now, that one's TBD. And then the championship is going to be on November 21st, which hopefully we have a shot of this year. But
Do we know where, have they announced where the championship is going to be this year?
I don't think so. I don't think they have yet. They usually don't announce that till like middle of the season.
Yeah, that's true. But I really want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a feeling it's going to be in California somewhere.
Ooh, again in California?
You could.
I think we
There's,
have plenty of places for it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
they haven't announced it yet. Dang it. I want to know if it's going to be like an easy trip. Going to the finals this year was a blast. Plus, I want to know if I know anybody at that stadium that has season tickets because then I get a
if,
ticket. I can be like, yo, buy me a ticket.
yeah.
Like, just give me it.
I'm going to be there.
I want to be there.
All right. And then, okay, before we get into our deep dive of everything and how non scary or scary these teams are going to be, we're going to go over how we're going to be able to watch all of these games. Now that we have two new teams,
Many
there are
options.
extra matches. There's tons of options, right? The kind of double edged sword of yay, media deal, more money. Also, where the hell is it going to be on TV today? Or is it even on TV today? And is it streaming? Yeah. So, for a TV subscription or streaming, ABC, ESPN, ESPN Plus, all the Disney stuff will have 36 total matches throughout the season. They're going to get two of the quarterfinal matches, one of the semifinal matches, but they are going to air all 8 decision day matches, which is pretty cool.
Ooh.
So most likely
And
ESPN Plus, right?
no, because women's sports knocked off Sunday Night Baseball.
True.
So we now get Women's Sports Sunday. So nobody really knows what that's going to entail just yet, but that's a big freaking deal.
Yeah.
One, because it's we knocked off like America's pastime, but I don't have to listen to the baseball commentators on ESPN anymore on Sundays, and I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And I just get to
Um,
watch more women's sports.
yeah. I just say most likely on ESPN Plus just because all of them are happening at the same time. Only one of
Oh,
them is
for
probably going to
decision day,
be,
yeah.
yeah, one of them is going to be on TV, but the rest of them are going to be streaming somewhere. All 8 of them are going to be part of the Disney package. So there's that. Next TV subscription or streaming service, CBS Golazo, CBS Sports Network, Paramount Plus, they will get the championship match and a total of 38 matches throughout the season. They're going to get some of the quarterfinals and semifinals. There's only 10 regular season matches that are going to be on those channels, but then they get a bunch of other stuff there. So there you go. There's a new competitor, a new not competitor, a new stream, a new avenue, a
Situation.
new situation coming this year, which is Victory Plus. Victory Plus is a free streaming service. They're going to have a total of 57 matches, which is pretty crazy to be like, hey, which is
Yeah.
great that it's a free service and like there you don't have that paywall. They'll have 25 Sunday night matches plus 32 additional matches that just happen throughout the season. And then for your online subscription services, we have Amazon Prime Video, who's still a partner, and they will have 27 total matches. They will be doing the Challenge Cup and one of the quarterfinals. And then Ion TV and Scripps usually is part of your TV subscription package, so you can do it that way. It's also available for free. So you don't necessarily need TV access to get Ion TV, but
Yeah,
they will
you can
have
stream it.
they have 50 regular season matches, and they're all the Saturday night matches.
Double
Um,
headers on Saturdays.
yep. And then all the rest will happen on NWSL Plus. So the fact that I just went down this long ass thing and you probably don't know any of them that I just said is how crazy fragmented this is. Again, double-edged
Yeah.
sword of look, they're getting the bag, they're getting all these streaming deals and everything like that is great. it gives options to where you can watch it. You can now watch it in bars and stuff because it is on TV, but you're also now spending a ton of money to get all the services in some way or form to be able to watch all this stuff. So it gets a little insane, but it's there. NWSL does a pretty good recap of whenever they post what the week matches are going to be. They'll have the little icon next to it. We'll always let you know where the Angel City match is going to be at. So let's get going for the season. I'm excited. I'm waiting for being in the stadium.
I know.
I'm waiting for the footy.
There's so much to talk about. There has been so much movement this offseason. It reminds me of WNBA free agency, which is bonkers. So when it comes to previewing, recapping, whatever you want to call it, of the league, we're just skipping Angel City. We're doing a deep dive episode on Angel City's offseason moves and how things are looking now next week. So you get to wait for Angel City. It'll be way more in depth, way cool for our team. But let's go over the remainder of the teams in the league because it's bonkers.
There's some moves, even as the casual of all of this.
Yeah,
right?
there's been some big ass movement.
There were some moves that were announced that I can tell by the reaction of the fandom that I was like, oh, this is a serious thing. I recognize that name. That's a pretty big deal there. So let's go through these. I'm excited to see what level of that's cute you tried to oh shit.
Yeah, it's like, where's my oh shit meter on like, how am I feeling about this and what you guys did? So we'll just go through alphabetically so that way there's no, oh, this team I prefer more because everybody knows at this point who my second team is and it's weird. But alphabetically, let's ride. So Bay FC, out of the gate, they swooped Claire Hutton from Kansas City and that's a problem, but they lost Kiki Pickett in that like transition of movement. Abby Dahlkemper and Emily Menges are still out on maternity leave. They're going to start the season on maternity leave. They're predicted to come back probably mid-season, but we'll see. That's two massive defenders that they're missing for the jump. They picked up a lot of youth. They got Alex Pfeiffer, also from Kansas City. They're in this. We'll see what happens.
Bay FC also got a new coach, right? Like they got a new coach. They also got a new head of soccer.
Yeah, there's been a lot of movement at Bay FC, not just on the team.
Yeah, maybe they're in that like they're gonna move into that direction of they were lightning at the beginning when they first hit, but then it was either hot or cold. Like that whole first season, they had no ties. A win or a loss. Like
that was an evenly matched game. It was either great or not great, and that's it.
Yeah.
Not really sure where Bay FC falls in this because it's a toss-up. They have Rachel Kundananji, which, hello, we love her. They lost Asisa Oshuala, but at the same time, Asisa didn't always fit in the style of play. Like it was this weird, spent a lot of money to get her. But then it didn't really pan out, I think, the way they were hoping to. Yeah. We'll see. It's just weird. It's one of those, none of these teams look the same of them.
Yeah. So we have would you say this one's a wait and see?
Yeah. Like a lot of these teams, honestly, I'll be very honest, it's okay, you're doing something. I don't know what it is, but you're doing something. There's been a lot of coaching movement, player movement. And a lot of youth is coming in because there is a lot of players who are going to be retiring. And I don't really want to think about it because nobody's officially announced that they're retiring this season. And I'm just waiting for names I don't even want to say out loud because I'll just be big sad. And I'll just cry through 18 more retirement episodes at the end of the season.
We'll have the Did Angela Cry meter going on for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's just going to be like, boop. But we'll see. So first newcomer of the league, Boston Legacy, Balls FC, Green Kit FC. I'm so sorry because I'm sure it's great and I'm hoping that they have a wonderful first season. But like they've done some things. Like they've dug themselves into a little bit of a hole. I saw after they did their jersey reveal the other day, I saw someone post, "Don't worry, we hate it. Let's just bully the front office, and in 2 weeks we'll get a new kit." So we'll see what happens. They, yeah, they have an abundance of good goalkeepers. They have Laurel Ivory, Casey Murphy, and Hannah Stambaugh, like our Hannah.
Yeah.
So you have great goalkeepers. You've got Barbara Olivieri from Houston, Chloe Ricketts most recently from Houston in the midfield. Then you've got Nichelle Prince and Ella Stevens, who came in from Kansas City and Gotham, respectively, to lead the forwards. But there's a ton of people that have never played at this level. Like they've never been in the NWSL. They're brand new signings out of college or the Gamebridge Super League. There's so many I don't want to say random because that just sounds like they're like nobodies, but like people that we have no idea what is going to happen. So
Yeah. That could
Boston
be
is another wait and see for me because I don't know.
that could be dangerous, but it also could mean
Yes.
absolute chaos and not in a good way. You know, like it
Yeah.
like there's definitely, as anybody has, if you've ever noticed play in different leagues, there's definitely a slightly different style, right?
Yes.
Between like Brazilian soccer versus the US league versus the UK, right? There's different styles. And then there's also there's differences when you get like, when you move up a level, right? When you're
Hmm.
going from college to a professional league, as a lot of, especially during the draft, as a lot of those players learned, where they just get bodied because they're, one, slightly smaller, two, they're not used to, yes, college players can be rough, but they're not used to like NWSL
You're not
defending in
going
NWSL.
up against somebody 10 years older than you with 10 years of muscle and experience. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so
it's,
we got another wait and see. All right.
yeah. And then Chicago, we've got the Chicago Stars. They are in a big shift of things.
Unfortunately, they've been
Uh,
in a big shift for a couple
yeah, so
years.
the team was sold a couple years ago. New coaches, interim coaches, new coaches, interim coaches. They traded away Ludmilla, who was one of their main scorers, hat trick Ludmilla, to San Diego. I think they lost, what's her name? Eilish Schlegel to North Carolina, which I'll talk about a little bit more later. So they lost two mainstays, but at the same time, Mel Swanson is coming back from maternity leave. They're bringing in a backup for Alyssa Nair in Katie Lund, who's coming off a SEI, which is good for her. I'm glad that she's playing again. Um, really random fact. So I collect women's soccer trading cards. I pulled a one of one Katie Lund card last year. I
Oh,
sold it to somebody. I was like, who wants to keep this forever and ever, and who's going to appreciate it more than me? Because I
okay.
want, if it's somebody's personal collection, like they know her, it's their family, whatever, like we all try to get those cards to those people. But yeah, I pulled a one of one Katie Lund card. Insane. And oh, I have so many cards I have to pick up. But Katie Lund is there. They've picked up Brianna Pinto from North Carolina. So we have Mal Swanson there. We have Jamise Josephs, who's been getting call ups, been having amazing times with the national team, has coming back to the Stars. And then they also picked up Michelle Lozier from Houston, which is a huge loss for Houston, big pickup for Chicago, a whole bunch. I've talked about Michelle Lozier at length on this podcast, how cool she is, how smart she is. I feel like I'm talking about, like I'm in that montage in Mean Girls of, oh my God, Regina George. That's how I feel about Michelle Lozier. Like she's so pretty, she's so smart, she's so good at soccer. Like one of those. And but I could say that literally probably about 15 different players off the top of my head, and they'd be like, "Oh, but what about this person? I don't know what this person does, but let me go look." There's
Yeah.
so much talent and intelligence in this league; it's insane. Chicago's another wait and see because I don't know. Like I don't really know if anybody knows how they're going to shape up. I know everybody wants them to do better, be better for a lot of reasons, but we'll see. There's so much wait and see. so much. But then our second newcomer, Denver Summit, who just beat, which granted it's preseason, but in the game against San Diego, they won 5-2 after being down 2-0.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't start their starters, or like who you would assume their starters would be, which in this case, they have Lindsay Heaps, who's coming in mid-season after the WSL, everything ends over there. Which that alone is bonkers to have Lindsay Heaps come back to the NWSL. No one really thought she did, and then they announced the team in Colorado, and then those of us who've been around a while, it says it was like 10, 9, 8. There it is. Like we're just waiting to hear for it. They picked up Allie Brazier, whose maiden name is Allie Watt, from Orlando, which was a huge first signing. Carson Pickett from Orlando, Janine Sonis, who's Janine Becky, and Kaylee Kurtz from North Carolina. They took Megan Reed from us. And there's 3 other people on their team that I can't think of right now that didn't write down that are like substantial. Plus, they have rookies. Like, they just said, we want veteran experience, we want depth, and we want to win. So I'm very curious how this is going to shape up versus Boston. We always have this comparison of the newbies.
Yeah.
Very curious how this is going to go. But they're dangerous as hell.
Yeah, that's everything that I've seen out there has been watch out. Like Denver is shaping up to be no
Denver
joke.
came to play. Yeah.
And it sounds like they came to play, and it sounds like it's no joke.
Denver is what's up. I think Denver knows what they're doing, and we'll see. Their fan base is also crazy. Their fan base, I think it was like 30,000, whatever. Like they're playing in a huge arena, and they already have
They
tens of
sold out the
thousands
lower
of season
bowl.
tickets. Yeah, they sold out the lower bowl. I'm so happy for them. This is so important, and this is what happens when you listen to your fans and go to those markets.
Yeah, I actually have a coworker that I work a lot with, and she's in our Denver office, and just casually was mentioning because one of the U.S. women's national team stops is there. It also happens to be the Hello Kitty night that they're doing in Denver, and
Yeah.
I was just like, "Are you a fan of either? Here you go." And then she's, "Oh no, I am." Like that's awesome. And then
You're like,
next
let
thing,
me tell you about this podcast.
but next thing I know, she's, "Oh yeah, I totally She ended up getting season tickets
Oh
for Denver
God.
Summit." So I was like, "That's awesome." I'm
That's dope.
I'm
I
excited.
hope I hope they just succeed. Genuinely. Like I don't want any team to come in and just like tank. That sucks. I don't know anything about that.
I
Um,
want you to succeed, just not as much as we do.
exactly. Exactly. But then we jump to the other coast to talk about Gotham. Our Bats didn't make a lot of big moves in the offseason. They picked up Savannah McCaskill and a couple other younger players. I really feel like they are ready to run it back, ready to have another solid season. They brought in a very strong midfielder in an already very deep midfield. So it's going to be very interesting. What other acquisitions or trades or loans happen? So we'll see. But genuinely, no matter what, Gotham's a threat to everybody's well being in the league. They play, I talked about it a bit for the finals last year, but the difference between Gotham and Washington, and Gotham plays with emotion. They're very emotional. Something good happens, they're pumped about it. Something bad happens, there's a lot of feelings. A bad call, whatever, somebody's gonna be screaming. But Washington plays more emotionally, and those emotions dictate. And there's a big difference between playing with emotion and having that drive and having that fire and having that kind of spirit to light within you versus playing emotionally, because the emotions dictate high low play and like whether you're keeping a cool head in big moments. And I think that was the biggest difference in the finals. But Gotham is steady. Gotham knows how to win. They know what they need to do to win. They have amazing vets. They have amazing younger players. You have 2 rookie of the year candidates, plus one of them being the rookie of the year. They're a stellar lineup, and it'll be very interesting to see how they do, given everybody else looking brand new and they're just like, "Sup, we're here. We're just here again to ruin everybody's day."
When a team gets a chance to not make tons of moves, that's an indication of they're just locked and loaded. They're ready to go. Like, they don't need much. They might
Yep.
be maybe filled in a couple spots, but we're
They
good.
don't need a lot to get by.
They're like, we've been keeping warm since the offseason, so what are you guys doing?
Yeah, and now they're training in Florida. They're just chilling. They're like, I'm not dealing with the snowstorm. But that's Gotham. We bounced down to Texas to talk about Houston. They There's a lot going on in Houston. So the Dash and the Dot Dynamo are not splitting, but they're being treated as individual entities now under the ownership group, which is giving the Dash more opportunity. Angela Hughley's Mangana, who used to be with Angel City, is now the GM over there and is making a lot of big player moves, coaching moves, training staff moves. There's a lot happening to like bolster and rebuild and strengthen the foundation of the Houston Dash. They have a lot of player movements. Like I said, Michelle Lozier left, a few other players. Like they lost a lot in trades and free agency and things like that, but they picked up Mackenzie Robb, who most of us know as Mackenzie Doniak from San Diego. She's been in the league for a decade. Her longest tenure, like we talked about on the last episode of Back Passes, we talked about the Western New York Flash and how they kind of like transcended leagues. She was on the Flash when and then went to the Courage when they transformed. So she's seen some things as well. But she's a great goal scorer. She was co-captain with Emily Sonnet at UVA in college, so in Virginia. They co-captained that team. And it's going to be interesting. I think they're really dedicated to rebuilding and strengthening the team from the bottom up, top up, however you want to figure out their hierarchy of where the importance lies. But you still have Avery Patterson, you have Paige, you have so many good players that are just steady. And I hope that this new season like allows them to have a good season. I hope they have a coach in Goodrow. Like I hope he's there. I want them to have a full season of a head coach. I want them to have some level of stability for the players and let them have a good time. Like you're playing professional soccer, you should be having fun. You should be enjoying this. You don't need to be stressed out of, will my coach show up? Like it's been a wild ride in Houston the last few years. They deserve a break.
It has been. Hopefully, they do have a better year or kind of more solid year. That's really what they need. They need the
Mhm.
consistency.
Like a 500 season for Houston would be fantastic. Obviously, they're going to want to do more than that, but like you break even, that's already light years better than last season, given all the changes, given all the things. So, fingers crossed.
At this point, I just want everybody to have a good time.
Because I don't have my heart, my well-being does not depend on the majority of these teams. So I can talk about that much more level-headed.
Sure.
Yeah, there's no emotion of just come on, please win from me for these teams. So then next up is the Kansas City Current. Bonkers offseason. Bonkers offseason for the Current. So Claire Hutton goes to Bay FC. And that was 5 seconds after we found out they picked up Croy Bethune from Washington Spirit. Which, what? They don't need more power, but you also have to remember right now, Michelle Cooper, and Temwa Chawinga are both on the SEI list as carryover from last season. And we don't know how long they're going to be out. They're both dealing with like foot, lower body injuries. Um, they could come back. We don't know. They also lost Bia Zanaretto to Palmeiras in Brazil. So she went back home to Brazil. And then Vanessa Di Bernardo, who's also a league stalwart and a fantastic player, is on maternity leave. So you have big players for them either out, maybe coming back this season, probably into next season. We don't know when maternity ends. Maternity leave ends for Vanessa Di Bernardo. And then you lose Bia Zannaretto, which I'm super bummed about. I loved watching her play. But the current, no matter what, are a threat. They're
Yeah.
just very good. You've got Lola Bonta, you've got Rocky Rodriguez, you've got Ali Sentner. The team is like stupid good. And for a hot minute, it was like you don't get to collect all of the best players in the league. Vlatko, that's not how this works. They have to go somewhere else. But alas, they did, but also
Yeah.
didn't.
I'm just wondering if they're going to have, if they're going to be able to repeat that kind of stellar, like just runaway season.
It'll be
And
very interesting because I think they could, but I think there's a lot more. There's so much conversation about how the NWSL is like the best league because of the parity, because teams are so stacked that everyone can do the thing. Everyone can win. You don't know necessarily who's going to end up your top 5 teams in the league because nobody knows. It's not the one with the most funding or the one with the biggest star because that doesn't always matter. Sometimes it's the scrappy little guys that said, no, we just screw it, balls to the wall, we're going to win. So the courage, or it's not the courage, current are a problem. And they are going to be a problem for the foreseeable future.
yeah.
Vlatko might not be coaching anymore, but he's wheeling and dealing over there as like player or soccer ops general manager, whatever his title is. Like, just because he's not on the pitch every game doesn't mean he's not like deeply involved with the team. But yeah, Kansas City for sure is a no shit team because it's like they know how to win, they know how to make adjustments. We talked about a couple of seasons ago, they were scoring a million goals, but they were also allowing almost as many. So they needed to clean that up. And then they did. And then they had a plus 40 or whatever goal differential,
Yeah.
35, something like that.
Really insane numbers. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I don't foresee it going that crazy, especially with the way things are leveling out across the league, but you never know. They were just stupid good no matter what.
Yeah, they were inevitable until they weren't. And then they weren't. But we'll see. Who knows? Next up is the North Carolina Courage, who has put themselves in a blunder, I feel like, this offseason. New coach, new front office stuff, new keeper because Casey Murphy left and went to Boston. And they picked up Kaylin Sheridan, which most controversial movement of the offseason, I think, is the notification and the amount of text messages and Discord messages, Instagram messages of, oh my God, Kaylin Sheridan, like they'd let her go. Why? Controversial, but like the best pickup, honestly, at this point for them. They needed a keeper. They got Ali Schlegel, who is somehow powered by her headband to score goals. And it makes me so mad because for me, and I know it's like a lucky charm and has sentimental value for her, but I don't like her headband and it's distracting. It's just really wide. And I don't understand how playing with that is comfortable, but more power to her, it's her thing. But they also lost a lot of players. They lost Kaylee Kurtz to Denver. They lost Brianna Pinto to Chicago. They lost Tyler Lucy is playing for the Carolina Ascent now.
Oh, really?
Which, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's not in the league.
The league anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't.
That
Okay.
was my reaction was like, okay. And I don't know if it was money, playing time, front office things, who knows? But may she do well in the Super League. We'll see what happens because there's another player that also got picked up by a different Cambridge Super League team that we'll talk about in 3 teams. So the courage is a wait and see because I don't know. There's a lot of changes. It's not, oh, they traded 2 players and got picked up new signings or whatever. It's, oh no, they have a new coach. There's a lot of turnover. Sure. There I can't count them out because they are a team that is very good at winning when you don't want them to, and a very good team at winning when they feel like they should. They are gritty. They know how to win. They've got Danny Weatherholt. There's players on North Carolina that might not be household names for the rest of the league. Like it's not the Trinity Rodmans, the Croy Bethunes, the big flashy players, but they are sturdy and they know how to play high level soccer. And it's the kind of thing where when you're playing at that level, you don't get the credit where it's due because it looks easy. They're just doing their job. They're quietly defending. They're quietly messing up things in the midfield. And those are the players that get overlooked because it's not goal scoring. And that's North Carolina, and that's what has won them championships. So we'll see. It's a wait and see because I generally have no clue. Yeah, it'll be strange. So from North Carolina, now we get to talk about Orlando. We've got Marta. You've got Barbara Banda. You've got who's left on this team? Oh, they picked up Haley Mace from Kansas City. That was another transaction that happened for Kansas City. So Orlando lost Simone Charlie, who's playing in the second division WSL team in Newcastle. So I hope they're good to her because she better have a direct shipment of King's Hawaiian rolls to get to her because we do not play about our Simone Charlie. They also lost Allie Brazier to Denver, Carson Pickett to Denver, Emily friggin' Sams to Angel City, and I get to talk about that next week, and I'm so freaking excited about it. And I'll make sure to show off some of my very cool Emily Sams trading cards that I have. And the wild thing about this Orlando Pride offseason is that at the end of last year when I went to the finals, I entered a raffle from the Players Association Emergency Fund, and I won a signed Orlando kit. So I have a kit, like their peach kit,
Okay.
or oranges, whichever, I don't know, could be peaches, could be oranges. It's coral,
Fruit. It's
salmon, fruit. It's fruit. It's got Marta, it's got Barbara Banda, it's got, what's her name, Jackie Ovalle, Carson Pickett, Simone, Allie Watt. Like it has the Emily Sams. It has this whole big roster. Half of them aren't there anymore. And I'm like, yes, I did it. Like I collected the Infinity Stones and now they're gone. But yeah, like I said, they picked up Haley Mays. I think it'll be interesting. I don't think they're a team you can count out, even with all this transition, because Seb is an amazing coach. He knows how to manage his players well. He knows how to manage their time well. He knows the strategy of the game well. He's a very well-rounded coach, and they have a team with a lot of vets on it, a lot of new people, and I think that's going to be a good average once they get their feet under them. So we'll see. Again, they've lost big names, big contributors, so we'll see how this pans out for them. The Portland Thorns.
Why the big sigh?
Because as happy as I am, and I think obtaining Hina Sagita from Portland was like easily one of the best things Angel City has ever done. I'm upset, and I will forever be upset that we no longer have MA. I just have a grudge now with Portland. But she's happy. That's what matters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy. She's happy, but I'm not happy.
Yeah.
She's happy.
My homie is gone. Yeah. But yeah, they've had an off season. So they lost Sam Coffey. Done. She went to WSL, which was insane. But this is also really common a year or two before World Cup. And Sam Coffey, I think, is our next big captain for the national team, which that's a whole different conversation. But I think she's going to be that defender, like that stalwart for the national team. And it'll be very interesting to see how she changes her style of play or how she adapts to the WSL. And I'm excited for her. But they don't have a head coach yet. This feels very Angel City last season. I hope that's not like that for them.
Eek. Okay.
Yeah. But Sophia Smith is coming back from maternity leave, post injury. She's done a lot of healing. So she's coming back this season. They've picked up some younger players, but what's happening in Oregon? Also, why I'm irritated for MA. They've got Raylan Turner, got Petra Torden, they've got like they have great players, great young players too. So I'm curious how that's going to shift for them. Who knows? What are you thinking? You're making a face.
I'm just still upset about MA.
That's fair.
Yeah. I think Portland is one of those places that's always going to be a threat just because it's Portland. Like Portland has
Oh, for sure.
just the Pacific Northwest has a deep soccer history. There's the fact that they haven't announced a new head coach just yet makes me wonder what they're like waiting for, or are they like, or do they have something in the works that's just going to be like, ah, shit, when it gets announced, and then that can make things scary. But yeah, they're always the one that have become, no pun intended, a thorn in our side. There's always some unexpected thing that's just God darn. And
They
I
are
would
just
really,
that good. They know how to win. It's in the makeup of the team.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I again wish them well. Wish MA well. MA, we don't know that player that knocked you down, so we don't know her. But come regular season, we want to hang out with you before or
Yeah.
after. But those 90 minutes, I'm sorry, you're wearing another kit.
Yeah, like
We love you.
we'll come down and see you at the end of the game and say hi. There's a chance we might be going to Oregon. Who knows? There's also a chance I might be going to the Denver game. Maybe San Diego. I don't know. There's talks with groups of friends and family friends and things like that. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Portland this year. I I think it's like Mario gave me like, oh, that's cute, good try, or wait and see, or oh shit. This is more like a oh shit, what
Yeah.
happened? So we'll see. We'll see. It's a wait and see on the side, not like that. No, let's wait and see. Let's give them time to cook and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
how to spell. So I had to write something.
yeah, it's just a vibe. It's a feeling. It's a face. It's not a word. It's a sound. So for Racing Louisville, they lost Ari Borges, as Angel City fans know. Lots of weird mixed feelings about that because of the what happened, what all of the things that she stumbled into last season. Red card, like yellow card accumulation, a red card, just a lot. But I will say in the preseason games, the Coachella Invitational, she looked amazing. And conflicted as everybody I know was, all the collective is okay, but she's really good, which is great. But will she be able to like manage card accumulation? Because
Well, if you think about it, we traded.
exactly, we lost our yellow card monster in Macy Hodge, big tier racing. which is really interesting because they also did not re-sign Bethany Balcer, who is now in the Gamebridge Super League in Dallas, which is a very interesting turn of events. But yeah, Macy Hodge is now in Louisville. I hope her family gets to come to games if she wants them to. But they haven't made any other really big, huge moves that I could see. A couple people moved around, but I think they're really trying to lock in their team because racing is good. And we've talked about this the last couple of years when we're looking at our matchups. I don't understand how they're not a consistent playoff team. On paper, they have an amazing roster. You've got Taylor Korniak. I almost said you have Ari Borges. No, you don't. We do. You have really good players. You have Sarah Weber. There's just players that are showing up that you didn't necessarily expect. And yeah, racing is somewhere between wait and see and oh shit.
Okay.
But not oh shit, the oh shit damn. Yeah, side, like it's on the.
So now the scale goes, ugh, shit, to wait and see to, oh, shit. Right?
Yeah, pretty
There
much.
we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. So then here comes the San Diego wave. So there's been a lot of weird things happening in San Diego over the last couple seasons. Players are leaving, players are coming, players are leaving mid-season, like just weird stuff. Lawsuits, front office issues, all the things. This offseason, they lost Kaylin Sheridan, Savannah McCaskill, Delphine Cascarino, and Hannah Lundqvist. Big overall, big shifting situation, if you will. But they picked up Kiki Pickett from Bay FC. They picked up Ludmilla from Chicago. And then Kat Macario is...
That was the big one. That was like the rumor mill going
It was
crazy,
rumored all
and
winter, all everything. Is it Bay FC? Is it Angel City? Is it San Diego? Is it in LA? Is it California? Is it this? Is it that? No, it's San Diego freaking Wave, and I'm upset about it forever. Because, damn it. They definitely re-solidified their offense in those three alone. So, damn it.
What
This
can
is,
you say?
shit.
They've always been soccer forward as
Yes.
the team builds.
Yes.
So it's upsetting, not surprising, right? One of those. Yeah. Yes, you lost a lot of big names, but then you also
just
balanced it out.
replenished. Yeah, you replenished it. I'm curious about their keeper situation. Losing Kaylin Sheridan, which means right now Didi is their longest tenured keeper. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays. There's a lot that still is unknown for San Diego
So
on
playing
the
from the
surface.
back. They're going to just be playing from the back.
No comment. That's San Diego. Seattle Reign is in their, what I believe to be the beginning phases of the new era of the Reign.
Okay.
Pino's retired. Lou Barnes is retired. Sierra King's retired. Jess Fishlock is still like the remaining pillar of the original like five at this point. And I think she has a couple more seasons left in her if she wants to. She's retired from international play. She's married. I feel like she's like ready to ride off into the sunset, but also, I want my ring. Let me win something. So it'll be curious. They picked up Brittany Ratcliffe from the Spirit, but they also picked up a few younger players. And they already have more younger players that have been like moving up with them. They've got Emery Adames, Jordan Bug, and who else am I thinking of? No, I was thinking of Jordan Bug, who's insane. Oh, shoot. Whatever. They have plenty of good players on this team.
Okay.
And they There's just other players who are good. I can't think of her name, and I really think it's Jordan Bug every time. I think it's a different player, but we'll see. The second we finish recording and be like, it's this person.
Yeah.
But no, I think the Reign, similar to Portland, I don't necessarily know what they are looking to do, but I really think they're looking to like phase in more players as the old folks retire and step back from that leading role. So I think it's going to be really interesting. They are a contender no matter what, though. You can't count a team coached by Laura Harvey out ever. You can't count a team essentially captained or led by Jess Fishlock out ever. You cannot count Jess Fishlock out of anything, as far as I'm concerned.
Again, that Pacific Northwest soccer mentality is
It's
always
different.
around, and it's just different. Yeah.
It's that's for sure. But yeah, I think the Seattle Reign is somewhere between a wait and see and an oh shit, because they can show up. I don't count them out at all.
Yeah.
I don't. And then we're
down to our last two.
I know, last two. So we've got Utah. They now have the Utah chapter of, or like one section of Japan Julius. They have Miyabi, they've got Mina Tanaka, and they have Narumi, which my autocorrect changed to Naruto like 87 times. I just left it there because it was pissing me off.
Was a player named Naruto?
No, it's Narumi from North Carolina, who's now with Utah. And they also picked up Madison Hammond so they lost one of their best midfielders to retirement. But so they have reestablished that midfield with amazing Japanese players. Madison Hammond, who is a wonderful vet in the league. I'm very curious how they maneuver, because Utah is also this like sneaky good team, but they're disjointed. So I think if they get their midfield figured out, then should I even say oh shit because it's Utah? Oh darn. Oh dang it. Yeah, I think Utah can be really good, but I don't know if they'll all gel, if people will work out where they're looking to put them. And then down the Washington Spirit. Trinity Rodman resigns. Croy Bethune leaves, literally breaks everybody's heart. They have a chip on their shoulder as a collective team because they were in the finals back-to-back years. They did not win in back-to-back years. Or they were in the playoffs. There's a lot of big feelings here, which I understand. But if anybody listened towards the end of last season, you probably heard or saw me freaking out about Haley Carter, listening to our little bit about how much I love Haley Carter on the podcast when she was with Orlando and doing all the things and sticking up for players who are now with Angel City, all sorts of things. She is a wonderful human in soccer. She no longer works for the Orlando Pride. She now works for the Washington Spirit and is notorious now for rebuilding teams, helping right the ship and helping get players where they want to be and better situations if they need them. I don't know. Like, I do not want to say anything inflammatory towards the Washington Spirit because this is a team looking to kick ass and take names. And I don't blame them. Smoke. Yeah, and not like that. No, I respect you guys, but please don't. Leave me alone. Leave my team alone. We've done nothing to you. They're like an oh shit meter in general. They've got Hal Hirschfeld. They've got Esme Morgan. They have players that are just so good. And we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. It's we'll see. Like a good one. But the biggest overall thing for me is that the NWSL is like really getting back into anybody can win. This is the most chaotic league in the world because you never know who's going to win the game. You could have an undefeated team and a team that's never won, and the team that never won is going to win. You don't know. Yeah. It's bonkers. And I'm here for it. I'm so excited. And less than a month till kickoff, less than a month until all I do is eat and drink and breathe soccer, and I'm ready for it. Please give me something to focus on in this crazy ass world.
Yes, this for all the ups and downs that Angel City provides, we will be here for it. And
We will
excited.
be here for it. Yeah.
I think that's just it. We will be here for it. All right,
Yeah.
that is our NWSL season recap. Lots of moves, lots of things happening, lots of chaos in the best way possible is going to come out of all of this. And seeing it on the pitch is going to be amazing. Being able to see two newcomers into the league is going to be amazing. Still having everyone play an even season and playing each other, everybody, once one home and one away. Again, amazing. It's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a great time. So with all of that, if you are here with us so far, you probably like what you hear. So hit subscribe wherever you're listening. If you haven't already, check out casualfc.com for all of the pod links. We're also on YouTube. Follow our socials at casualfcpod on Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, TikTok, or just find a new social media app and type in our name and then see if we're there.
And if we're not, and there's a new one, please let us know. We'll figure out if we want to go for it.
Yeah. Come join us in the Discord. It's really fun. I think there's just really fun banter. There's game day match threads. We have just random conversations about anything and everything. We had a whole series of Olympic updates. So it's fun.
We have a curler in there.
Yeah.
There's good folks in there. Come hang out. Come be silly. If
might
you
get
are a
sneak
bot
peeks.
or spam, I'll kick you out.
Yeah.
So don't.
We've gotten a couple of laptop giveaway spams.
Come buy all my
But
furniture.
yeah. All right. And then best ways to help support the pod. The easiest and free way to do it is share, comment, post, do all the things. It's all about engagement, right? That just helps other people find us. Grab some merch at our merch store, shop.casualfc.com. We had fun ideas from last year that are still up there. We have a couple of ideas that we want to flesh out and get on there as soon as we can throughout the season. So that's going to be fun. And if you feel so inclined, you can always help support the pod by buying us a coffee. Check out our link on our socials or go to buymeacoffee.com/casualfcpod. It's an easy way to throw us a buck or two to help keep doing what we're doing. And it just makes all of this fun. We do this because we like to. And yeah, thanks for all the support. So tell your friends about the pod. Brings us good luck. We package that up throughout the season. We dole it out to the team. Hopefully it helps them too. And we will see you in the next episode when we deep dive Angel City.
Later days. Bye. I've listened to 3 podcast episodes. Actually 4. Our last one with 2 laces, the 2 LOL episodes. And then half of an episode from like 2021 with Kelly O'Hara. Do you know who that is?
A player.
Oh no.
I know the name. Can I pick her out of a lineup? Am I going blonde or brunette? Like, I'm not really sure right now. But I have a general idea that I might be able to.
Do you know what team she played for?
Like club team? Because like USA, right?
Yes. Yeah, national team player.
Yeah. Let's see. We've talked about this. No. Oh, this is going to be the B-roll.
When we think about this, no.
Drawing a blank. Big ol' nothing.
She